My name is Magda, and I originally met Ron Clinton because I was referred to by my primary care doctor. I was complaining about some pain on my hip, actually, and it's been annoying me to the point that it was hard for me to sleep. So I mentioned it to my primary care, and he said, "You know what? Somebody told me about this guy that is using a special method, and for physical therapy. Why don't you go check it out?" And I'm like, "Sure." I hate physical therapy, by the way. I hate having to go there, disrupt my entire schedule to be able to go and do things. And then I get super tired and I'm not in a good mood at the end of it. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So I went and specifically with Ron, and he was very detail oriented, very patient, listening to everything I wanted to do. And then he started saying, like, why don't you walk these steps? And then I would do that. And then he's like, how does that feel? And I'm like, well, it hurts. And then he's like, okay, how about you do, I don't know, press this ball for like 5 seconds. I'm like, okay. And then I did it. And then he's like, go walk again. And the pain would be gone like immediately. And I'm like, what? That I've never seen that. Is this magic or what's going on? So I ended up going through the whole therapy with him for my hips. And and then when I finished, he's like, okay, so is there anything else that you would like me to address? Or is there any other pains that you have? And I'm like, well, no, not really. I mean, I've been struggling with my knee, but I guess it's just me getting old. Um, and he's like, well, tell me about it. So I started telling him, and basically, I could not um, get in squat position or do anything. And actually, a weekend prior to that, I had gone camping, and it was really difficult for me to do a lot of the work that I needed to do to set up the tent or just to, work in general and enjoy my time. But I absolutely mentally was accepting that it was just part of getting old. So I mentioned it to him, and then he's like, well, let's try some exercises. And overall, it was the same type of technique that it was so simple, and I could see results immediately. I have never seen that in any other physical therapy, and I was not exhausted. And because they were so easy to do, I was able to do those at home. Like I wasn't like dragging myself, like, yeah, I got to do my work, and usually I wouldn't do it. But with him, it was so simple that I could do it even when I'm working or anything like that, and I could see immediate results. That's what impressed me the most, because with this technique that he has, I can see results immediately, like within seconds. And obviously, if I don't continue doing exercises, the pain will come back, right? Because we have to make a correction. So it's not like, he snaps his fingers and magically everything is gone. But ultimately, doing very, very small effort paid off big time for me. My knee is completely healed. I can do everything I want. I feel young again. So it's definitely something that I was thinking it's not fair for me to be already mentally preparing to deteriorate when it's not needed, right? There are small changes that I can make to really maintain my quality of life. So I definitely have him on my top list of physical therapy techniques. If I need any other referrals, or any other pain of anybody or my friends tells me, hey, I have this, I immediately say, yeah, you need to go with Ron. I told my husband, I told my mother. I mean, my husband is highly impressed. He also very much liked working with him, and I wish more people knew about this method. And the way he delivers instructions is so accurate that I would love for more people to get benefits of this. So I am really very much working on interested in working with him as I move forward if I ever need to.